So there is what the law says, and there is what is the norm, right? What the law says is that NIMC is the central institution that will help coordinate and manage data for Nigerians. And you can tell from their name, National Identity Management Commission. Unfortunately, that is not our reality. Our reality is that every agency is doing their own thing. NCC and telecom companies have collected our biometric data for mobile phones. Banks have collected for biometric for bank verification number, CBN, Bankers Committee, and all others. Immigration services for passport. In fact, if you want to write SSC as a student, you have to give your biometric data. And all of these data are across various places. Kudos to government on this. We've had presidential initiatives to bring all of this together, harmonization from, as far back as even I served in a committee in 2007 that was supposed to even talk about harmonization. But we haven't had this happen in reality. So what the law says is clear. NIMC is supposed to be a coordinating institution for this, while the Data Protection Commission is supposed to provide oversight. So one holds the data as the data holder and controller, one provides data governance. But the reality is very different. The reality is Nigeria collects too much information. There's a reason why there's something called data minimalization. It means you collect minimal, just enough data, so that if a breach happens, you don't lose too much data. If you've collected 1, 2, 3, and you lose the data, you only suffer in three areas. But if you've collected 1 to 55 and you lose the data, you have 55 weak points. The government of Nigeria needs to collect only the data that is required. At times you ask yourself the questions, why on earth are banks required to are you supposed to get your NIN and your BVN? It's supposed to be this information, for God's sake. It is the individual entity that has the biometric data with BVN is the same entity that has it with NIN, is the same entity that has it with the telecom companies, is the same entity that has it with immigration. And it should not be, we're being punished as citizens, by the way. And of course, experts know, all of us know why government is doing this. Government is doing all these multiple collections because, number one, agencies don't share data. Each of them wants to have their own project. There is some corruption here, obviously, because everybody wants to have their own expensive data collection project so that they can hire their own people and then get their own people to collect the data, and then they make their own money and they can have that kind of power and control. Number two is that they are not cooperating because it is almost in the nature of government entities to not want to cooperate.